Back in 1999, we voted in the law so that medical research work could be done with an FDA a process of cannabis oil for scientific research in the human mind for mental disorders. The primary study group that they were looking at first was actually Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. But then they expanded it when they began to use it in their research studies, realizing the value was also very effective for people with migraine headaches, people with lupus, children that have epilepsy seizures also use the FDA-approved cannabis oil. So the government was in on the development of the cannabis.
In a quarter mile, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto East Flamingo Road.
And the reason why is that they wanted to make sure that they developed a pure form with no chemicals, no derivatives mixed in the oil, no contaminants, in other words.
Right.
And so the reason why I found out about the government being involved with this is I had a biological chemist in my cab several years ago that came here and was a contractor hired by the government to be a guest speaker in a group of millionaires that they had over at the convention center. And her job was to explain to them this process and why they should invest in the medical research of cannabis oil.
Really?
And so she was the one who broke it all down to me. So they built the agricultural barn in Pahrump. And Pahrump was actually 61 miles from here. And that's where and the reason why they used a horticultural barn is because that way no air that came in the building would be unfiltered. So they actually had filters on.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto East Flamingo Road.
So on top of that, they wanted to make sure no bees, no insects got into the pollination of the flowers because they can transfer bacteria.
Right.
Insects can.
Yes.
So this way, everything was hydroponically controlled in a sterile environment. And they used the pure artesian water that comes down out of the mountains here because there's no chemicals in it. It's not processed water. So that's what they use for irrigation of the plants and also for humidity environment inside of the horticultural barn. So this is where they developed it. And then they took water and they got the water hot enough. This is where the O2 process came from for extraction.
Yeah.
It was hot enough to soften up the pulp in the plant and everything, but yet not to melt it down completely. And then what they did is they just used air pressure to squeeze it. And that's how they get the raw pulp out of there, out of the plant, and separate it from the fiber. And then from there they start sterilizing and compressing the oil and filtering it through different levels to get all the contaminants out of it, as well as the THC. So that's how the O2 process worked. So we actually have the big convention here every year where medical people come in from around the world.
Right.
We have 18 countries come in now, believe it or not, from around the world to study the O2 process that was developed here in Nevada, if they don't understand it. Because the problem with the head shops in Colorado and in California and other areas that are growing marijuana plants and separating oil, whether they're using it in vaping products or whether they're using it in oil products, a lot of them are using benzene and chemicals to do the separation.
Yes, sir.
And that's what you get, where you get toxins inside of your oil that make people sick.
Right.
So this is why the FDA was in on the O2 process of sterilized cannabis oil here in Nevada.
Huh.
Because the scientists did not want any contaminants of any time inside of the oil when they were using it for human
in their
disorders
testing.
like that. Right, to interfere with the test results.
Very cool. All right, so my next question is,
Yes.
How much cannabis do you use?
I use CBD oil for my arthritis and my neuropathy.
Continue on East Flamingo Road for 3/4 of a mile.
Say
That's
that
all I
again.
use.
You use it for your back and what?
I have neuropathy pain and L4, L5 disc in the bottom of my back.
Yeah.
And also have arthritis in my shoulder.
Man.
So I take the 1,000 milligram purified oil.
Right.
Just put a few drops on my tongue at night before I go to bed. Because unlike the salve just treats a localized area. When you put it on your tongue, it infuses through the natural chemistry of your brain,
And it goes
which
where it's
controls
needed.
all your nerve endings in your body as well.
Right. And that sends it right where you need it.
Well, yeah, because the brain is responsible for your arthritis pain signals. Your brain is responsible for all your nerve signals in your body, as a matter of fact. Our brain is the computer.
What is your name?
My name's Greg.
Greg, thank you for sharing your knowledge with us, man.
Not a problem.